So this is so unbelievable. You know this corona thing, this coronavirus. You know what I have to say about this coronavirus? Coronavirus can suck my dick. That's what I have to say about it. Hey, this video is for grown-ups. So if you want some properly correct terms and what have you, run along, son. Just run along, okay? So now I was back home working on my place, building my house. I left here on the 18th of February, right before all these crazy things started taking place. And you know, it was so crazy because I'm hearing all this news about America getting shut down. I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? And then it got real crazier where they're saying that you can't come back after a certain time because they wasn't letting anyone in the country in Jamaica. So, but there was a possibility that I wouldn't be able to leave. So I'm like, I'm going back to America. So my friends were like, you going back to the place? It's crazy over there now. They're shutting down everything. My position was, I don't give a fuck if they nuke the place. I'm going back because I'm not just Jamaican. I'm American too. I'm not going to turn tail and run. You should just ride it out, man. Just ride it. I'm not riding anything out. Because the only reason why I could build a house, buy property, is because I was given that opportunity. Yeah, naturally working hard. You have to work hard in this country, this great US of A. But you have the opportunity to do that and to make a life for yourself. So just because something is going bad, that don't mean I'm just going to stay in the island where it's all sunny and nice. You know, and don't go back to the place that gave me the opportunity to do the things I wanted to do. You know, it's about being thankful. That's what it is. Yeah, it's about being thankful and having gratitude, you know? Yeah, thankfulness, gratitude, and loyalty. They're very important to me. So my thing was, no, I'm going back. And it was funny because I literally caught the last plane on Sunday. Yeah, caught the last plane. And it was crazy because they were saying, the stewardess on the plane, they were saying, this is the last plane. And I'm like, that's why I'm saying, this virus, a little bullshit virus that they concocted. I'm supposed to be afraid. I'm seeing people in the plane with masks and everybody's so scared with masks on. A lady sitting beside me, she had a mask on. Of course, her eyelashes were so huge, the bitch looked like she could fly across the Atlantic. Right? But she got this huge mask on, makeup's, galore. It's cutting off the oxygen from her brain, and well, who knows what animal byproduct is in those makeups. But she's wearing a mask because she's afraid of some bullshit concocted virus that's not even real. Let me tell you something about virus. Virus, like the common cold, flus, what have you, are good for you. The body need challenge. Your immune system need exercise. That's what I believe. I'm not a doctor or anything, but this is just common sense. Have you noticed that when you get sick and when you recover from the sickness, you feel stronger? You feel better, feel more alive because your system has been rebooted. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. That's nature's gift to us, to have these challenges so that our body can recover and get stronger. Right? And when you're old, you're going to die from something. A simple thing will take you out. A simple virus, a cough, a cold, because your immune system is no longer strong. It's been burnt out. Death is a part of life. Time is the instrument of God. our nature, whichever one you want to call it. Death is just an errand boy of time. So why should we fear death if it's a part of our reality? When your time is up, death is just a big taxi ride to the unknown or to the other side or to the next incarnation. Death should be welcome. Yeah, of course, shit happen. People die, base and, accident, but that's a part of life too. Have you noticed the people who don't get sick? Once they finally get sick, they just get knocked off their ass. They just get knocked down, way down. And it takes them twice as long to recover, if they ever does. Because the immune system don't know what to do. It never had that exercise before. So it takes a little while for it to reconfigure itself, to rebuild those muscles, those immune muscles, so that it can work again and fight off the maladies or the disease or the illness or what have you. The bottom line is, if you can get it, you can get rid of it. All you need to do, I believe, to stay healthy is oxygenate the blood, right? Keep the blood oxygenated. Exercise. Have you noticed when you exercise, you feel sore at first, but then once you get over the initial soreness, you start to feel better? Why is your immune system any different? Your body is a phenomenal piece of machine. All you have to do to help it along, cooperate a little bit. You exercise, you drink plenty of water, none of that bullshit chlorine water. You need to get a filter. I would get a filter. I have a filter, one of the good ones, to filter my water, to get all the dirt and stuff out of it, right? And all the chemicals, all the chlorine that freezes up your third eye and calcify your pineal gland. You keep your system flush. You cleanse your body with a lot of water, right? And eat properly. Yeah, that's it. It's very simple. It's a very simple process, right? You don't have to do a lot. You keep things in moderation and stay balanced. Keep a healthy state of mind. Get plenty of fresh air and, plenty of sunlight. It's God's light. Stay happy. Laugh once in a while. And fart when you can. Get all the acid out your system. And let nature do the rest. Yeah, nature will take care of the rest if you just get out of the damn way. Sometimes you just try to do too much. Sometimes you overdo it, Just find balance, equilibrium. You don't have to torture yourself to be healthy. Come on, folks, a little common sense. Use a little common sense intelligence here. This is not rocket science. All this stuff these doctors are telling you, oh, this thing is bad, this thing. They're part of the whole shakedown. They're a bunch of shakedown artists, lying motherfuckers. That's what they are. I'm not putting on a fucking mask. Huh? Well, what about the rest of my skin? Skin is the biggest organ. Your skin is your biggest lungs. Wash your hands. Well, you're supposed to wash your hands. People buying bathroom tissues up the yin yang, like they have 3 backsides. So I'm wondering, why do you buy so much bathroom tissue? Yeah, do you have 3 assholes to wipe at the same time? What's going on here? Because people love fear. People like to be scared. People like drama. This is an attack from the globalists. I've always talked about these globalists, these New World Order motherfuckers. They're one-trick pony motherfuckers. They came up with AIDS, herpes, all these different things to attack the public. Right? And you know something? I'm going to tell you this. This corona shit is going to backfire. It's going to backfire on you motherfuckers. And when it does, some of you motherfuckers are going to be in handcuffs. I know this. I can feel it. I was coming through customs. I brought back a lot of herbs. Because folks back home, especially where I'm from, people don't worry about no sickness. They just drink their herbs and be on their way. People don't even get sick. I remember when I was a kid, people get sick, they come to your house and push you out the bed. Come on, man, let's go drink some beer and go plant some yam. Let's drink some whiskey or whatever. Nah, motherfucker, and you say I can only breathe. Get up, man. Get up out the bed. You're too lazy, man. That's what they deal with it, man. Even if you're sick, they won't even allow you to be sick. Because you see, sickness is not just only physical, it's mental. Your state of mind, right? So it's not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing. When you notice when you exercise, your vibration rises, right? You raise your vibration through movements, right? You notice our bodies wasn't built to be still. We're not sedentary creatures, you know? And so everything you do, it requires movement. There's movement through the body. There's circulation. Everything is moving. But they want you to be locked away, right? They want to quarantine you. Because they're satanic. They're evil. That's why. And like I said before, and I know it, this thing is going to backfire. Because this is evil. You cannot lock down a planet. You motherfuckers are evil. You're satanic. You cannot... Look, let me slow down a little bit. Because I think I'm getting overly emotional because I know the truth. You know, I say know the truth and the truth will make you free. So, like I was saying, I was going through custom. So I brought all these herbs back because, you know, folks over here call me, you know, bring some things back. So, you know, bring something back, you know, the stuff you all use over there. So I said, okay, I'll bring stuff back. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to cure you, whatever you have, but I know what it does for me. So, first thing I had, years ago, I planted all these neem plants. And you know, these neems have grown to be such huge trees now, to the point they're spreading. So I cut down some of the branches. What I did was chop them up real fine with the leaves, the young branches, you know, chop them up real fine with the leaves and put them on top of the house to dry in the sun. So I was drying those while also I was drying some of the soursop leaves and the other leaf that I didn't know at first, but they're saying that the almond leaves are good. I've never used almond leaves, but you know, some of the older folks told me almond leaves are also very good for the immune system if you combine it with other herbs. I'm not going to say what it is here. And another leaf that was good was the apple leaf, the Tahiti apple. So dried all those leaves. So I had a lot of stuff that I put in a bag that I was bringing back. Some vervain and all that stuff, you know, cerasee. So as I got to customs, they wanted to declare stuff. So I was being vague about it because I just didn't want to go through the stuff. I wasn't bringing anything illegal back. And but the dog came and sniffed out my shit. The guy said, "Sir, do you have any bushes?" I said, "Shit." He even know the language because that's what we call them, bush teas. He said, "Do you have any bush teas?" I said, "Yeah, I got some bush teas back, but you know they're all dried." He said, "Oh, you gotta go have them inspected." So when I went and had them inspected, the inspector, they were like, "Oh, what kind of bush tea is this?" First thing they asked me was, "Do you have any ackee? Do you have any saltfish? Do you have any roast breadfruit?" They know all this stuff that Jamaicans bring back. It's like, oh, you people are catching on real fast. It's like they were sitting there waiting for this lost plane to land so they could shake us down. That's what this is to me. I don't think they throw none of that shit away. I think they keep them, right? So they were just sitting there with a gleam in their eye, and they'll ask me all these questions. I said, "Well, I got this. They're herbs." So they look at my herb, and the lady say, "Well, what is this one?" I said, it's neem. "What's it for?" And I was about to tell her all the benefits, and I said, "Oh, I don't know. You know, it's just some herbs I'm bringing back." "Well, it's neem." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, you know." And she kept my herb. She took it. She said, "Well, I can't let this through." I said, "Why?" "Because it has stems in it." I said, "How is the plant going to grow without stems?" "Well, you're not supposed to bring stems back, just the leaves, so I got to keep this one." I said, "Okay, no problem." Then she looked at my soursop leaf. "Well, it's not dried enough." So all my plants, all the bushes that I brought back, my soursop leaf, my Tahiti leaf, my almond leaf, they weren't dry enough, so they kept them. In other words, they just wiped me out. I just look at these people and say, you motherfuckers. But I understand I'm not going to fight you. A lady beside me, they were inspecting her too. She had a big bag of turmeric. And the guy goes, what is this, ma'am? She said, oh, it's turmeric. He said, well, I have to keep this. So the lady said, what? Because it had dirt on it. So I looked and said, well, it came out the dirt. Well, sir, mind your own business. You're supposed to wash this clean. I said, you don't have to explain. The lady just look and roll her eyes and like, oh, Jesus. But I understand where they're coming from. That, they got to keep all their shit. Because I wonder if they sell it. That's the one thing I want to know. Because I know it's a lot of shit they're keeping. They must make plenty of money from our shit, from our stuff. Especially since it was a lost plane. So, it was like a good night for them, especially my bag, because I had emptied out all my clothes. So I only brought the jeans that I had on. That's the only thing I wore back, with some t-shirts. So my bag, I left everything at my house. So my bag was full of nothing but dry herbs. So I was going to pass out to my friends. That's where we are right now. But now you are telling us that you don't need walls. You don't need borders. So if you didn't need borders, well, you need a custom agent to shake me down for my shit. You double talking snake tongue motherfuckers. And I'm not blaming the TSA people because they're just doing their job. Plus making a little bit on the side, you know what I mean? I have no proof of that, but, you can do the math, right? Now, go back. Let's get back to this. Now, back to these globalist, New World Order, climate change dickheads. Because that's what they are. I thought after Brexit and after the whole Trump fiasco that they tried to get him out of office and the whole coup that they tried to do with the man, I thought more or less they had lost. But I know they weren't going to go away. Because, these people don't go away. You have to break them. You have to have your boot on their necks. You have to have your boots in their necks. You have to show them you mean business. And they have, the devil has been running the planet for so long that he thinks it's just the norm. You remember when I think it was in the Bible where he met Job, when God asked him what he was doing, he said, I'm up and down, riding through the planet, dancing. He was just using people's brains as trampoline. Remember that? And he was just, I think he forgot that he was talking to God. So he just started running his mouth. Then he's like, oops, I probably said too much. God knew what he was doing, but he had to have him declare himself. That's what these globalists do. You notice they always come and tell you what they're going to do before they do it. You don't want to notice that? They have to hide the truth in front of you because ignorance of the law is no excuse. So once they tell you, they've declared that in your silence is like signing a check, giving them a blank check to do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why I speak the way I do. Because I know this. You have to be able to speak up as a human being and embrace your human right on this planet. If you're not willing to do that, then you're part of the system that's breaking us down. And I'm tired of all these people who are not in the know. It's not my job to tell people what's going on. You are a human being. You're supposed to, I'm not going to convince you of the fact. If you don't want to embrace the truth, well, fuck you then. You got no time for this shit, especially in these days and time where all this information is available. And people still don't know what's going on. You don't know because you don't want to know. Or you don't know because you're a part of the evil. It's just like someone saying, well, to each his own. Have you ever talked to people who say, to each his own? That's their way of co-signing the evil. They're saying, if you say to each his own, that means you're a part of the system. You agree with what's going on. Evil is evil, wrong is wrong. No, to each is not own, his own. Wrong is wrong and right is right. I'm like, if you live your life in your own spirit, in your own free time, in your own space, in your own private space, I'm not going to interrupt that. That's not my problem. But when you try to destroy my life, I'm going to fight back. And that's the problem I have. When I come back now, I'm in a quarantine. I'm like, you're not supposed to leave your house. You're supposed this is a quarantine they have. Now, you can look at it two ways because Americans are the hardest working people. So I do believe that this break is good. But some people is going to go crazy because they've never really had a break. So they don't know anything but work. So to lock them away for so long is devastating. Because now you have to really deal with you. You can't avoid you anymore. That's what Trump was saying. It's like, these people will kill themselves. You don't know Americans. They might start jumping out of buildings and shit. Just the fact that they have to deal with who they are. That's what, have you noticed people once they hit a certain age, they go into a midlife crisis? Have anyone ever noticed that? The reason for the midlife crisis is because they've ignored the original blueprint of their life. You come here to do a certain thing, but you was steered differently. Like you went to college, you had the wife and all that stuff, and then one day the facts that you was trying to run from, the person who you are, come facing you, and you crash. You have a crisis. That's what a midlife crisis. You're in the middle of the road, and you realize now which direction, and you can't lie to yourself anymore. That's how the system was set up, to have you work, become a worker drone, all this stuff. And then one day you say, I've had it. I'm going to India, I'm going to join the ashram, or what have you. Try to find myself. Because you didn't know how to do things in a moderate and a balanced way. And then you're going to join the ashram, take some mushroom, smoke some ganja, buy a Harley, and then right off into the sunset with a young Becky half your age. Guys, you know how this story ends, right? So now we're at this inflection point. So I don't think the virus itself is a problem. Personally, I don't think it's bad. I actually think the quarantine in a way is good. Because coming back, I realized I went home and I was doing more work at home than I was doing here. I was working both sides. So I come back and I'm like, this is a good break. Plus, I don't like people anyway. I don't like to be around people. So now I can just be in my own space. And you use this time to meditate. You're in this time to discover who you are. You shouldn't have to be afraid of yourself because you are you. With all the good and all the bad, you're you. So this is a good time for people who have to know, be quiet and be still. Be quiet and be still and know. That's what Jesus said, be still and know. Knowledge will come to you when your mind is quiet. Have you noticed you get some of the greatest ideas when in silence? It's not in noise. So think of this as a positive. This is what I get from this. Think of it as a positive, right? And use it to the best of your ability, because what's going to happen is that when they reboot the system, and they will, you're going to be working twice as hard. I think people are just going to be working just to work, just to feel free again. But no one can make you free. Freedom is a mental thing. It's a state of mind. So you just have the choice to be either free by ignoring yourself, which is a false sense of freedom. Freedom through activity is not really free, but freedom through silence is a higher frequency of freedom. Don't want to make this video too long, but before I go, let's retrace a little history, pandemic history, shall we? Just in case some people have forgotten. Remember this? Yeah, this is Obama's little thing, wasn't it? Nefarious he was. Yeah, the old Ebola scare. God damn it, man. These New World Order people are good. But that didn't hit big. It didn't hit big. Yeah, I guess he was melting it from inside out. But look at the guy in the shirt back there. Everybody's in hazmat suit, but look at the guy back there. Huh? Ring a bell? Remember? Yeah, you just can't make this shit up, man. These social engineer motherfuckers are like good at what they do. You know, it boggles the mind, and they think people forgot. Look at the comparison. Check this out. Yeah. And China is just taking a page out of the old scare book, you know? They must have like a scare book to scare the public, a pandemic scare book that they use. That's what China is using here, you know? Hu Jinping Pong is like the man now, you know? And he's like, yeah, let's hit him. All lies. Lies, 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 lies. And check this one out. Isn't this good? They got all the scientists with the lights on their head, you know? Oh, that's a bat in their hand or something, trying to find the original starting point, where Corona originated. Man, this is some good shit, I must admit. These social engineer motherfuckers are good. And if you're into fear porn, you don't get any better than this. But you know, I only have one thing left to say.